Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards. I'm reading a book right now called The Real Hank Aaron, an ultimate look at the life and legacy of the home run king. And this is written by Terrence Moore, who had been friends with Hank Aaron for over 40 years and was actually the pallbearer at his funeral. But before I get into what I want to talk about in this book that I've read so far, I try to always show a card on my videos. So as we're talking about Hank Aaron, in 1956, beautiful card. It's a shame they put Willie Mays in there instead of Hank Aaron, but just a classic card. So if you give me a second here, I just wanted to read one little blurb in this book, and it was Terrence Moore's last interview with Hank Aaron in October 2nd, 2020, and it was for the Quarterly Magazine of the Baseball Hall of Famers, which I'm not familiar with that publication, but I need to look it up. And the theme was home runs and social justice. And Terrence was asking Hank, did you keep all your hate letters, and what did you do with them, and how has it changed today? But he makes an interesting point about the era when Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb, two players he mentioned specifically, and I found it fascinating what he says about them. And I'm going to read that blurb to you, but I I do want to get your opinion and thoughts on it. I think there's some validity to it, but I'm hardly an expert on pre-war baseball, so maybe Hank's crazy. But let me read it to you and get your reaction. So after he asked him that question, Hank said, "I think that I kind of look back at the death threats and the hate mail I received while chasing Ruth's record and say, things are the same, really. And I kind of look back at some of the things that are happening today and think they're just about the same as they were 10 years ago in some respect. Only they just colored a little bit different. But I think things are the same. And I thought at the time, out of all the things I was doing, I was only playing a little game of baseball, trying to have it so people could enjoy it. Then I was looking around and people were getting so irritated and aggravated because of the fact it was a black man that was chasing a white man's record that he held for a long time. And yet that white man, and I hate to say this, Babe Ruth, please forgive me, but he played with and against some guys who didn't have the ability to play Major League Baseball. And that was the thing that bothered me more than anything, was the fact that Ty Cobb and the rest of these people ended up with so many stolen bases, base hits, and all these other things, yet they didn't play against real, genuine baseball players." And then the author goes on to say, "And I understand exactly what you're saying, because I've written this before. My thing is everything before April 15, 1947 should have an asterisk behind it," I said before we both laughed. So, they kind of laughed about it, but I think they really felt that about, before Jackie Robinson broke into the major leagues. And to a point, I do agree that they did not play against the best competition of their time. They didn't play against the cool Papa Bells, the Josh Gibsons, the Satchel Pages in his prime, Oscar Charleston. But on the other hand, were the white guys, were they legit major leaguers? I don't know. But I found that really fascinating and wanted to see what some of you think of that. So if you wouldn't mind just leaving some comments down below if you think Hank Aaron is right on, or you think he was just bitter because of all the racial injustice that he went through. So as always, guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll talk to you soon.